Have you ever heard that saying? I came to see a king, not the dead. It's one of the most epic lines in history, and the story behind it is even better. It's a tale of two of history's most powerful men, Alexander the Great and the future Roman Emperor Augustus. Stick around, because this isn't just a history lesson. It's a story about ambition, power, and how legends are made. If you enjoy stories where a single moment reshapes history, subscribe to Think Smart Media and join us as we uncover the turning points that built our world. So, let's set the scene. It's the year 30 BC. The Roman Republic is in chaos. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, has just died. Her lover, Mark Antony, has also met his end. The victor in this massive civil war is a young, ambitious man named Octavian. At just 33 years old, he's the undisputed master of the Roman world. He has conquered Egypt, the richest kingdom of the ancient Mediterranean, and now he stands in its magnificent capital, Alexandria. Alexandria wasn't just any city. It was a beacon of culture, knowledge, and power, founded by Alexander the Great himself 3 centuries earlier. And at its very heart lay the tomb of its founder. For centuries, this tomb was a site of pilgrimage. Great leaders and generals would come to pay their respects to the man who had conquered the known world before he was 33. Now, imagine Octavian. He's just achieved a victory that rivals Alexander's own legendary campaigns. He's standing at a pivotal moment in his life, on the brink of transforming the Roman Republic into the Roman Empire, with himself as its first emperor. What does he do? He goes to see Alexander. The ancient historian Suetonius tells us the story. Octavian entered the mausoleum, a sacred and revered space. He saw the sarcophagus, and inside, the preserved body of Alexander the Great. He gazed upon the face of the Macedonian king for a long time. It was a moment charged with historical weight. Here was the man who was about to rule the world, looking at the man who once did. As a sign of respect, Octavian placed a golden crown on Alexander's head and scattered flowers over his body. It was a gesture fit for a king. Now, the priests and officials of Alexandria, eager to please their new ruler, had another idea. They asked Octavian, "Would you now like to see the tombs of the Ptolemies?" The Ptolemies were the dynasty of pharaohs, descended from one of Alexander's generals, who had ruled Egypt for 300 years, ending with Cleopatra. This is where it gets interesting. Octavian's response was swift, sharp, and utterly dismissive. He replied, "I came to see a king, not the dead." Let's unpack that statement. I came to see a king. With these words, Octavian wasn't just showing respect for Alexander. He was making a powerful statement about himself. He was aligning himself with Alexander, the ultimate symbol of singular, absolute power. Alexander wasn't just a ruler. He was a phenomenon, a king of kings. By honoring Alexander, Octavian was subtly saying, I am his successor. I am of that same caliber. Think about the context. Octavian had just defeated Mark Antony, who had also deeply associated himself with the East and with Alexander's legacy. But Antony failed. Octavian succeeded. By visiting Alexander's tomb, Octavian was claiming that legacy for himself and for Rome. He was signaling a new era. The age of Hellenistic kings was over. The age of Roman emperors was beginning. Now, for the second part of his line, not the dead. This was a direct insult to the Ptolemaic dynasty he had just overthrown. The Ptolemies, including Cleopatra, were now just the dead. They were a failed dynasty, a footnote in the grand story he was writing. By refusing to see their tombs, he was erasing their importance. He was saying they were irrelevant. They were not in the same league as Alexander, and by extension, they were not in the same league as him. It was a masterful piece of political theater. In one short, sharp sentence, Octavian elevated himself, honored a legend, and completely dismissed his vanquished enemies. He showed everyone right then and there what kind of ruler he would be: decisive, ambitious, and with a keen understanding of symbolism and power. But the story doesn't even end there. According to the historian Cassius Dio, as Octavian leaned over to pay his respects, he accidentally touched Alexander's nose, and a piece of it broke off. Can you imagine the sheer panic in the room, breaking the nose of Alexander the Great? Whether this detail is true or just a dramatic embellishment added later, it adds a fascinating layer to the story. It's almost as if the past literally broke away to make room for the future. The old king was damaged, making way for the new emperor. This visit was a defining moment for Octavian. Shortly after, he would return to Rome, take the title Augustus, and usher in the Pax Romana, a 200-year period of peace and prosperity. He learned from Alexander's successes and his failures. While Alexander's empire shattered after his death, Augustus built an empire that would endure for centuries. So, when we hear that line, "I came to see a king, not the dead," we're hearing more than just a clever remark. We are witnessing the birth of an emperor. It's a declaration of ambition, a lesson in political branding, and a testament to how the legends of the past are used to shape the power of the future. It's a reminder that in the high-stakes game of history, words and symbols can be as powerful as any army. What do you think? Was this the ultimate power move, or just a bit of arrogance from a young conqueror? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. It's a fascinating moment where two of history's titans metaphorically meet. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into ancient history, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.